All right, let's do it live on a Football Friday edition of Cleveland Browns Daily. I am merely Bo. He is the great Z. How you living, buddy?
Hello.
Primetime Sports Takeovers here.
Hello.
They're here.
Good. That's good.
There are people. Look at these guys.
Yeah.
They're here. They're in studio. Mystery boxes. Courtesy of Primetime Sports and Framing, the preferred framing partner of your Cleveland Browns. You never know what you're going to get, and we cannot wait to see what is inside. Primetime is on site. All Cleveland Browns home games, including this Sunday. Locations in sections 101, 117, 138, and the Canada Dry Club. So
You can open a box right now.
you get
if
a
you want.
four
There's a
pack.
box right between you guys.
There's
You want to
a
open it?
four-pack.
You want to open it?
You wanna
This is
open
what's in here. This is what you get for $300. Okay.
Oh, you want to open one of these? Here's
Yeah.
a sample.
You get a jersey,
Yep.
a mini helmet,
Yep.
a photo,
Uh-huh.
and a football. Obviously, all autographed. So we've got the let's give you an idea of the three that we've got, because this is going to be a mystery.
Oh, this is a mystery box. Yeah,
so we've got right here. We've got in this box you would have gotten. I don't know that. Is that a young Hanford?
That is
Dixon?
a young Hanford.
Holy
Is he in
moly!
Dixon?
40?
I was thrown off by the 4.
He's in a 40?
I think that's his college uniform.
48?
The top dog. So
The
you got
top dog
a
is a-
rare top
just a-
dog picture. You
Just a
got
innocent young boy
and
in
a
that
Michael
picture.
Dean Perry.
One of the
guy had
most
his
underrated
Oh, yeah.
Cleveland Browns of all time.
Guy had his own hamburger.
Multiple-time All-Pro.
David Njoku signed jersey. Kevin Mack mini helmet, and then your box would have given you a Phil Dawson,
Phil Dawson. We have this is Jerome Ford.
an Ozzie
Oz,
Newsome,
the
Hall of
Wizard
Famer,
Oz.
and
Pretty
a
good
Carson
GM, too.
Schlesinger
And
mini
then
helmet. So
Carson Schlesinger.
that shows you, right? I mean, right there, you've exceeded the value clearly on those two. So let's go through. This one's going to be live. We don't know what's in this.
I don't know
one.
what's in it.
We don't know what's in it. We're going to start with the football.
Oh, that's a winner.
Denzel Ward,
Oh, baby.
the Warden.
And we're giving all this to G-Man. Is that right? G-Man and Dr. J get all of this?
I don't know. I think
I don't
Luka
think we're
and
allowed
Bootsy.
to.
There's your autograph.
Whoa!
Boy, that's an orange, baby.
An orange Clay Matthews.
That's a gorgeous. Look at that.
Whoa!
I like that orange.
How well?
Well,
How
it's
about
oranger.
it?
Can't say it's not, Gibbe.
The mini helmet. Ooh, and a never before seen helmet with the dog logo. Josh Cribbs.
This I'm keeping.
Who's that?
I'm keeping this one.
Are you not even going to show it? Can I see it?
This is pretty elite. This is my favorite thing on the.
A Sipe and Kozar dual signed.
Come on, Gibbe.
Wow.
Wow.
Gibbe, you got to walk with that. That's Gibbe's.
Someone has to.
That's Gibbe's. Give that to Gibbe.
No. You said you wanted it.
No. That's you.
That's for you.
That's your
Put it up there on
childhood.
the table for right
That's
now.
your childhood in a photo,
Nope.
Gibbe.
I'm gonna my arm can't hold this forever.
Yeah, that's your childhood in a
Thank you.
photo.
There it
Gibbe.
is.
You keep that. That's yours.
You keep it.
Wow, that's a good job. That was a hell of a box we just opened.
All
Denzel,
three of
Clay.
them. I mean, the jerseys
That's
are
a lot for-
Njoku, Ozzie Newsome, Clay Matthews.
Yeah, it's pretty
I
good.
mean, think about that's Christmas shopping. That's like
Just
4
did it.
gifts if you
We
wanted
just did
to.
it.
Just did it.
Yeah.
That thing's really cool.
That's
very
This
cool.
needs to go up on the wall in here, I feel.
I want that in the Gibby den. Gibby den. Does that say Wizard of Oz? Of course it does.
Looks like it says for Luca. Oh, cool.
Practice just wrapped up for the week. Dolphins here on Sunday. Final injury report. The Chief is out of this game. Questionable Jack Conklin and Gage Larvadan, both with concussion. Mason Graham popped up on Thursday's practice day today. He did not practice today. Remember, you paying attention to those Friday do not practices. That's
After a Thursday injury, that is
not good.
typically not a great sign. Typically not a great sign.
Joe Tryon Shoyinka is questionable as well. Mike Hall told the media in the locker room today his knee injury was a torn MCL and a dislocated knee. He went a second
That
surgery
is significant.
in April. That is massive news,
It is. So he's questionable?
I guess.
He is. He is
Okay, so
listed
that's
as
the best he's
questionable.
been. So just, I think when you hear that and you understand the gravity of the injury that he had, it was likely that he wasn't going to be ready. So I think a lot of people were under the impression that perhaps there was a big setback. I think that you need to maybe step back from that and think if you put him on IR or if you put him on the PUP list, which would have been 6 games, he's not able to practice.
Yeah.
And he's not able to be out there with his team.
Yep.
So I think that the Browns, knowing their depth at defensive tackle, I think that he is actually on schedule and that he's gained the ability to practice this whole time so that when he does come back, I think he's able to hit the ground running. But this was a serious injury.
Dislocated knee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was once playing hoops in Fremont, California.
Okay.
It was me and Monsoon. We went up to a local park, and there was an older gentleman who was playing, and it was me and Soon against this older gentleman and a kid named Ben. This older guy was probably like 50.
Okay.
Which is funny because I'm 50.
We're there now.
He
Yeah.
looked like 70.
Okay.
But that's what 50-years, I guess, looked like back in the day.
Different time.
Different
Yeah.
time.
We're like the same age Wilford Brimley was in Cocoon now. That's where we're at.
It's out. Did you see the ages? Those things. Those have popped
That
up on
is
my
a lie.
For Yous a
Wilford
lot.
Brimley was 90 when they filmed that.
No, he was
No,
not.
he was not.
He was like-
And you know
I'm
how
gonna
old the
tell
guys
you,
in Cheers
like,
were?
He lived to 140.
You also.
Yeah, just like Wednesday Night Taped. On this one, you're wrong.
I don't think you know how the guys in terms of like on Cheers, what their actual ages were on like Norm and Cliff Clavin are so much younger than you would think they are.
Wilford Brimley was 50 in Cocoon.
Okay.
50.
There you go. That says it there. So anyway, so we're playing hoops with
Actually, 49 turning 50.
this guy and Ben, and me and Soon are having a great play. And this guy was really funny. After he would make a shot, he would always say to his teammate, "Hot doggy, Ben."
Oh, come on.
So yeah, hot doggy was like
That's
his.
nice. I
Yes,
like
that was
that.
really nice.
His go-to.
So we're playing though, and then he goes in for a layup and he lands weird, and then we look down, and this dude's on the ground screaming, "Hot doggy, Ben, my knee!" His kneecap was over here.
Oh, no.
So full
dislocation.
Yeah, of the kneecap, patella, all that's all
Oh.
all bad. So hot doggy Ben, I don't know where he is today. He'd probably be in his 80s now.
Yeah.
Would be my
Well,
guess.
at least.
Yeah.
Right? Because, yeah.
Yeah. But it was kind of a money thing when he'd get a little pass from Ben and hit a little 15-footer. He'd be like, "Hot doggy Ben."
I think I'm going to bring a hot doggy back.
Yeah.
I could see me
Hot
coaching
doggy,
and dropping
Bootsy.
a hot doggy. Yeah.
I would like you to
that.
incorporate that into Sunday's broadcast.
Hot doggy?
That's easy. You could do that in your sleep.
Given some of the other things that I've given you over the weeks. Yeah.
Well, it was much easier. Oh, hello.
Hello. Nice to see you. Sure. Okay. All right. 33-31 last night.
That was a game. That was a
game of football.
I couldn't be happier for Joe Flacco. I was on Mo Pedman's program earlier, and they were very fair with me, which I appreciate. But I couldn't be happier for Joe Flacco. What an incredible moment. And, then you go in the post game, and he's like, half the time I couldn't even understand what plays they were calling, so we just kind of like winged it. The read option, he's like, that wasn't a read option. We weren't even lined up properly. The guy came in and was going to blow it up, so I just kept it and ran and picked up 13 yards. Like,
It was crazy.
ridiculous.
Could have been a lot more. I mean, Chase had 2 drops.
Well, one of them dropped Flacco's jaw. He's like,
Yeah.
he's human.
Yeah.
Just great for him. It was one of those, watching it, as I'm sure many of you out there can relate to. It's like you're watching it and you're like, I know exactly how this is going to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew the Steelers were going to get up 31-30. I was like, they're going to score because it has to be a dramatic
Yep.
Flacco lead him down the field. And then T. Higgins, the horse sense to get down and basically end the game right there was
It's like
unbelievable.
minute 5 on the clock
Genius.
to do that.
Yep.
And
Very smart.
so smart, so unselfish.
So unselfish. Impressive. Rodgers threw that last one 70 yards in the air.
It's the longest
Pretty
throw
impressed.
since 17 in the league.
Really?
It's the longest air yards throw since 2017.
He got it there. It was
sure
there.
did.
It was
sure
there.
did get it there. As a man who's 40 who can still flick at 70, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Very much so. But
Both those guys played really well.
yeah.
I mean, a superhuman play by the Bengals corner on the one interception where he just took it from Metcalf.
Well, because Metcalf had, and then it was because the other guy hit him.
Sure, but
which
to
was an
still have the
incredible catch. But then to
wherewithal-
just take it and get his legs inbounds. There it is, little Spiro Ditas sighting.
There he goes. There
Yeah.
Here's the deal. They have a gold jacket at wide receiver wearing number 1.
Yep.
And they have a guy who would be a number 1 on most teams
Yep.
if he was on most teams. And the reality is that you don't have to have separation when you have those two, although they get plenty of it. They go make plays on the football, both of them. And what they did to Jalen Ramsey, I mean, they made mincemeat out of him. That's a former all-pro corner, stud corner. He had no chance against either one of them. T got him on the last one. Jamar was just victimizing him over and over. They threw it to those two cats 33 times.
That's right.
33 targets.
Listen, I don't. Weapons. We've said it ad nauseum,
times, yeah.
And we don't have that. And T. Higgins, now he was a second-round pick. He was the first pick of the second round.
Jamar Chase was 5th overall.
5th overall and 33rd overall. And I think if you were to redraft that draft, T. Higgins goes significantly higher than he went.
Do you remember how the top 5 went that year?
The top 5 in that draft?
Yeah.
Is it 2021?
It's 2020 draft.
2020 draft?
Because Burrow's in 19 and Chase was a year behind Burrow. It's 2020.
So they're in the same draft.
I'm sorry, 2021 draft after the 2020 season, college season.
Okay.
Because Chase sat out the COVID season in 2020. Sat it out.
So Chase goes
played
5.
with Burrow in 19. Burrow was drafted first overall in 20. So this is the 2021 draft.
And they get both of them in that draft. Higgins is in the same.
No, Higgins was already there. Higgins was in the same draft as Burrow.
Okay.
Was
the
top
first pick of the
so they
second
went
round.
Burrow, Higgins, and then Chase.
The top 5
in the 2021 draft.
Is it Trevor Lawrence?
It's the Lawrence draft. So Lawrence goes 1.
Okay.
The Jets pick 2nd.
Zach Wilson.
Yep.
If you give me the team, then maybe I can do it. If you go
49ers.
Trey Lance.
Yep.
Who's 4?
Chase is 5.
Is Penei Sewell 6?
Penei Sewell is 6th.
Yep. So I had that because I know that was the argument. Who picked 4th?
Who the heck did pick 4th that year? I asked the question. Now I can't remember the answer to it. I want to say it was another quarterback. Oh, no. Atlanta.
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts went 4.
Yeah.
Chase went 5. Penei Sewell went 6.
It's a pretty good 5-6.
Yeah.
Look,
2 gold jackets at 5-6. Yeah.
It just, as I said, it just goes to show that it is weapons matter, and here's why it matters. It matters from a variety of reasons. It matters in the sense that they are able to chip and help their ends, their tackles, and 2 guys could still win in basically 2-man routes. And if not, the respect that those 2 guys did created space underneath. For Fant had a couple where he caught it underneath and ran. Chase Brown had a couple. Chase Brown had one that he dropped where he could have run
30.
for forever. It was good to see him have a
he
nice
looked like
game.
himself, though,
Yeah,
other than the
finally.
drop. He finally looked like what they drafted him to be.
Yeah, those weapons just provide for so much. And that is something, look, we've banged the table for that. That is my firm belief that this is a league where you've got to score.
Yep.
And that's what you saw. You saw a game where 2 teams, 2 old quarterbacks, different ways of attacking it, because really the reality is the Steelers have one weapon at receiver and DK Metcalf, who very much is a weapon, but they can run the ball pretty well.
Yeah.
They just get gigantic, and then they've got 3 tight ends, all of whom can catch the ball.
Yeah.
Jonnu Smith, Freiermuth, Washington, all had big catches in that game.
They did, yep.
And so that's the way that they go about it. You look at it, just Joe Flacco got some time. As I said, they have 2 guys that you can run some 2-man concepts and still get open. And then the good news is if you have a guy like Yoshivash, who's a solid 3.
Very solid.
All of a sudden he's kind of forgotten about defensively, and they're jumping, safeties are coming down and jumping little crossers, and he's able to hit that big play down the middle. So that's, again, what the weapons provide for you, and that's why it worked. Now, I don't know how long it's going to work down there with Flacco, but you know what? When you've got those guys and you have a guy who can throw the football like he can, you have a chance.
Did you have fun on a Thursday night if you were in Cincinnati last night?
Boy,
Was that
did
fun?
you? Yeah.
It's kind of
fun. That's what I want.
We
want
had that
fun.
in 2023 with
Yeah,
him.
fun.
It was fun. Now, it ended up manifesting in a playoff, but it's not a coincidence to me that they get to 3-4. They got the Jets next week. Very, very winnable. Burrow was back on the sidelines. You saw the Rappaport report that they're still targeting mid-December for his return. You look at their schedule, it's in play for them to be around 500 by the time he comes back and make a run at it. It is.
I still don't think he's coming back.
I know, and I'm probably more with you than not. But here's the weapon. You know who Cincinnati didn't have last night? Trey Hendrickson did not play.
And they won because they could score.
That's right. Because when you can score 33, if you get an interception, they got 2. If you get an interception, you get a turnover, you get a quick change, you get a quick 3 and out that turns into a flip of the field. Now the other team's having to chase with you. And so that's all you need.
It provides for an opportunity to win games in multiple ways.
Yes.
In multiple different game flows.
Yep.
And that's what I think you want to have. The NFL's so hard week to week to say we're going to operate, this is how we win.
Yeah.
And have it go that way. It's very hard to do. I think it's very hard to say, and we talked about at the beginning of the season, look, this is a team that's going to have to win by playing great defense, running the ball, hitting a shot play here or there, which we have not done yet, and being good on special teams. There's just no margin. Like, that wasn't a perfect game from Cincinnati. Quite frankly, without Trey Hendrickson out there, it was a joke how much time Aaron Rodgers had to throw. But if you can go throw for throw, shot for shot with them, punch for punch, you have a chance. If like you're a boxer and the only thing you have is a jab, yeah, you can win on points.
Yeah.
If you don't let them in, but once they start hitting some of their haymakers, if you don't have a haymaker to hit back with, you're not going to win.
No.
And unfortunately, I think that is, we're using metaphors here, but stylistically, that's where we're at and why it's so hard for us. And stylistically, where they're going to be at now with Flacco. You look at some of the games we won with Flacco, they were far from perfect, but he was thrown for 300 yards, and we were scoring points.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that's staggering to me is, and I do think it is, the weapons. It's a weapons race. That's what the league is. It's an arms race because you have to score consistently to win. And obviously there are certain quarterbacks in this league that can elevate the weapons around them, and they themselves are what. Josh Allen comes to mind. He doesn't have a true number one. They're trying to make it work with Kincaid and Shakir and Keon Coleman, and they tried Amari last year, and that didn't work out. But I would imagine they probably wish they had a guy that was more of like a true go-to guy for them.
Yeah,
that's the one thing that they don't have. But they've got obviously good running back, a couple of good tight ends. But he himself is such a weapon, especially in the red zone. You have guys that have a good system that they thrive within that system. But it all comes with having weapons and having guys that are able to make plays for you. And that's where I
guys
think
who can win one-on-one battles.
Yes, and that's why we get teams are playing a higher percentage of man one against us than they play against the rest of the league relative to like that team. I'm saying, so for example, if you were saying the Vikings played more man one against us than they played in any other game this season. That's what I mean. And that's because of that. Sometimes it's even just the threat of a weapon. It's the fear of a weapon that can change the game. And like, for example, in San Francisco, when they're at full strength, they have Ayuk and they have Pearsall and they have Kittle and they have McCaffrey. Well, they haven't had really any of that.
No.
For Pearsall had been playing very well for the first 4 weeks. Now he's been hurt. Kittle's finally going to come back this week. But McCaffrey as a dual threat was a weapon that he drew so much defensive attention.
Yes.
And that if you have somebody who can draw that attention, then your other guys hopefully can win more favorable matchups. Right now, we're kind of in a stuck where we were in 2021, which is teams are going to come out and put 8-9 in the box and be like, okay, we dare you.
Mm-hmm.
And until we can throw them out of those looks, it's going to be really hard to do the things that we want to do. Now, this Sunday, if the weather continues to be as it appears it's going to be, and go give us a check on that, please. I think the environment will create a game that makes it a little bit more conducive to playing that ugly brand of football and all of that run and being able to, just kind of whittle the game down to that.
Winds gusting past 40 miles an hour, not as warm. Periods of rain, some heavy, a thunderstorm. Thunderstorms can bring localized damaging wind gusts, high of 71. So warm, wet wind is where you're at. Tomorrow's going to be a delight. Could approach the record high of 84, which is set in 1950, if we get there. So there you go.
It's going to be that warm?
Yeah, high of 81.
It was like 40 degrees this morning.
I know. Yeah, really was. Yeah. I'm with you, though. I was happy for Joe.
It's totally.
Great dude.
Great dude. It's just, It's tough.
Frustrating.
And it's tough to watch a Cincinnati Bengals crowd cheer and chant "Thank you, Cleveland." That is tough. That is a tough thing to watch.
Yep. Yeah.
And I want us, I bleed brown and orange. I want us to be the teams doing all of those fun things. That is great. That's what you fans deserve. That's what we all deserve. So it's tough, but I think we have got to be, and we've made, look, the Amari Cooper trade was a great trade. And you'd say, well, Flacco was here, and what did we have that was much different? You had Amari Cooper, you had Njoku in his Pro Bowl season. Amari Cooper that year was one of the best years, and certainly the most receiving yards he ever had in a season in that year. You still had Elijah Moore here, who was very much serviceable for us in that offense at that time. And we made it work. We made plays down the field.
An elite offensive line, too, at that time.
It's playing very well.
Still a very good offensive line at that point, 1 through 5.
Yeah, and we got to, I think, weapons acquisition is a massive thing. And it feels like this draft, if you look at Mel Kiper's big board, there are some receivers that are pretty well regarded that'll be splashed in the first round. Then you think about one more year.
Yeah, then you really
have an opportunity to get either Jeremiah Smith or Ryan Williams,
right?
Yep. Who are both going to be
They'll both be there.
Top picks.
Yep. Those are your hot topics today, presented by University Hospitals, official healthcare partner of your Cleveland Browns. Barking Backers, official dog fan club of the Cleveland Browns, is back for the 2025 season. Get your pup in on the action, exclusive gear, events, and more. Memberships available now at barkingbackers.com. Barking Backers is presented by Milkbone in association with Embrace Pet Insurance and Pet Supplies Plus. Coming up next, Z goes one-on-one with new cornerback Tyson Campbell. You're listening to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland.
Welcome back to Cleveland Browns Daily, brought to you by Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Very happy to be joined by the newest member of the Cleveland Browns, cornerback Tyson Campbell. And Tyson, just kind of take us through how this all went down. It's a rare trade on a Wednesday night in the National Football League, especially for you, coming off of a Monday night game. Just kind of take us through that week, how you got the news and how you got up here to get on the practice field Thursday.
Yeah, it was surreal. You know, I was watching film on the Seahawks at the time, who the Jags were going to play that weekend, and got a call at like around 9:30 at night. Told me I've been traded to Cleveland, and my phone started blowing up after that. You know, my agent, family, friends, and then, of course, Andrew Berry called me.
Sure.
He told me they got a flight for me the next morning. And next morning I was out practicing and learned a whole new defense and meeting whole new teammates and staff and suited up on Sunday.
You most certainly did. It had to be a little wild for you. I know down in Jacksonville, you know, you'd signed that big deal. You'd had a great start to your career, 6 interceptions, over 40 passes defense. You had 6 of them on the season this year, but new staff down there, kind of a new defense, right? Playing a little bit more zone, and you get that call, you come up here, and I think it was right around here on the field where Jim Schwartz said, I'm going to make this really easy for you. You're going to play a lot of man coverage here.
Yeah, that's exactly what they told me. And that kind of made it an easier kind of adjustment to learn a new defense, knowing they play a lot of man and do, you know, put in some zone as well to diverse it up. But, yeah, it was, you know, still an adjustment, but through the grace of God, I was able to, you know, suit up and compete out there with my teammates.
What was it like going out there? I mean, all of a sudden you're playing. These are NFL games, and you got a pretty darn good player, and DK Metcalf lined up from you most of that game. Just being out there with a whole new team, new uniform, was it kind of surreal?
Yeah, it was definitely surreal, a bit of a shock. But once, like, I said, after the first few drives, I was like, I'm here, so let's try to get a win. And that was my whole thought process, just lean on God and lean on my God blessed talents and you leaning on my teammates. You know, they helped me a lot throughout the week, communicating with me and making sure I got the plays down and allowed me to play faster.
What did you like about what you were able to do in that game against the Steelers?
I liked that I was able to, you know, get my hand on some balls. They would feel like I could have, you know, be in a situation to get, you know, forced turnovers. But, you know, God blessed me another opportunity this week. So take advantage of that and learn from my mistakes and improve week by week.
Yeah, what do you want to clean up?
Just my technique, of course, tackling, make sure I'm wrapping up.
You shot into the backfield that one. I know you didn't get them, but that stood out. You don't see outside corners making plays like that very often.
Yeah, and then, you know, get my head around earlier, being able to make a play on the ball. So
after the game, how did you feel? Because, I mean, to come off a Monday, you fly up here on a Thursday, get on the field, you play another game, and there were a lot of snaps, and they tried a lot of verticals against you. How did you feel coming out of that one?
I feel like I did solid, not up to my standard, but like I said, I'm blessed with another opportunity to improve, and feel on the given circumstances I was in, I feel like I did all right, and not another week in here, adjusted, learning more of the defense. I feel like I should improve week by week.
What's it like having a guy like Denzel Ward on the other side?
And man, it's great, man. A guy that's been, you know, dominant and a great player throughout his career here. Definitely somebody that you like to learn from and pick their brain about some things. And I've definitely been doing that and definitely helping me out a lot. Him and Coach Lynch.
I was going to say, so you bring up one of our favorite guys here. I mean, always smiling, always positive, and just, I think, a fantastic coach. What's it been like just getting to know him? And I'm sure you kind of picked up already on his style of coaching.
Yeah, I mean, of course, you already see how great of a coach he is, but you also see how great of a man he is.
Absolutely.
Faith-driven, you know, all about, you know, bringing the guys with you, you know, never making you feel like you're alone. You know, you always have somebody with you and make sure you bring your teammate with you as well. So definitely a guy that I've grown accustomed to and grew close with through my time here.
Yeah, he's great. Every time he walks by our studio, we're like, come on in. We like to have B. Lynch come sit down. So, as you said, another opportunity this week. It's going to be the Miami Dolphins come to town. Jalen Waddle, obviously a very productive receiver. They use a lot of motions, a lot of shifts. They try to get the ball out quick, get a lot of yards after the catch. totally kind of a different challenge in some ways from what we just saw with the Pittsburgh Steelers, what you just saw there. How's kind of the preparation going for this week?
It's going well, man. Definitely trying to make ways for them to, keep the ball, to keep the quarterback to keep the ball in his hand, make him indecisive, and get our hands on the ball for some turnovers, get the ball back to offense, or score the ball ourselves, put points on the board.
So yeah, Josh Hines-Allen in front of you had some good pass rushers in Jacksonville. Now you get an opportunity to play behind Myles Garrett, and one of those things when you play it, the ball is going to come out quick. You want to try to get him to hold it, but the ball is just going to come out quick. So maybe some more opportunities there when you know that they don't have the luxury of holding it for all that long.
For sure, definitely. Myles already Hall of Famer, so it's definitely a privilege to be out there playing with him, and like I said, Denzel Ward and a bunch of great players on his defense.
I know in Jacksonville you'd get some rain. It'd probably be sunny, hot, and then the rain comes in and gets all muggy. Well, sounds like you're going to get some rain on the shores of Lake Erie. A little bit of a different environment, windy, probably a little colder. You played at Georgia, obviously, then Jacksonville, so you're used to the South and the warm weather. Is this going to be a little bit of an adjustment for you as you get used to this up here?
Yeah, definitely going to be an adjustment, but, I'm ready for it, excited for it, and I feel like, I'm going to tone it out and focus on the task at hand, which is leaving Sunday with a win.
Did you know Greg at all? Drafted 7 picks after him, same draft class?
I knew of him. I didn't know him personally,
Okay.
but definitely knew of him during his time at Northwestern, and we have mutual friends as well.
It's rare that you get a one-for-one position-for-position trade, but he could give you insights here. You could give him insights there. It's just one of those unique things. I was wondering if you guys knew each other. What have you thought so far about coming up here? And, it's a whole new facility. It's a whole new, you're probably like, where am I even going in here? How has that adjustment been for you?
Still figuring out the roundabouts.
Good food here.
Yeah, good food.
Good food here. Yes, you're gonna like that cafe.
Still learning, shortcuts and whatever places I need to go and whatnot. So it's been an adjustment, but I think I'm getting better.
All right, what's one thing I always like to ask people when they finally join the team? And for you, we know it says Campbell on the back of your jersey. What's one thing, it doesn't have to be football related, all it can be if that's what you want, but what's one thing you want Browns fans, now that Tyson Campbell's a Cleveland Brown and a part of their family, what's one thing you want Browns fans to know about you? Or to think about you when they see you out there? Be like, Tyson Campbell, yeah.
Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior. Definitely faith-driven. Everything I do on the field, and I do it to give him the glory. And I try to steward this blessing, and I do believe that this is a blessing to have a job here, to have a job in the NFL. So I try to steward the best way I can. So definitely want people to know that, I'm definitely Christ-driven.
That's awesome. Tyson, it's a pleasure to meet you. Good luck on Sunday. It'll be a great time for your first pick as a Brown right there in front of the home fans against the Dolphins.
Yes, sir. Can't wait.
All right. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you.
All right, good stuff out of Z and Tyson on that. Hey, Cleveland, don't miss the brand new Doghouse by NGM Insurance. Play Madden, snap photos with Chomps and Brownie the Elf. Get ready for kickoff. Come early to Dog Pound Drive. No jingles or mascots, just great insurance. NJM, proud partner of your Cleveland Browns. An abbreviated mailbag coming your way next. In addition to that, some over-unders coming your way. You're listening to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. For nearly a century, the Rumpke family has operated one of the nation's largest waste and recycling companies, providing top-level services to residential and commercial customers. To learn how they can help you meet your sustainability goals, visit Rumpke.com to learn more. It is a special Mailbag Friday edition here for a couple of minutes. Hello, Gibby.
Hi, gentlemen. Browns, we didn't get to a lot of questions on X. We did the YouTube stream yesterday. So there were a couple people that.
A benevolent Gibby.
Hey, today, maybe not tomorrow, but for about 10 minutes, congratulations on all your successes.
There you go.
Browns backers, North Jersey, at the beginning of every episode of Simpsons. We're doing the hard-hitting questions today. Bart does the chalkboard gag. What would the middle school version of you have had to write in a similar punishment?
All right, so I've never seen an episode of The Simpsons.
What
That's wild.
in the hell?
That's pretty wild.
Neither have I.
You either? Yeah, you either, Kev? I've never seen it.
Nope.
My brothers watched it when I was a kid, so I was aware of it. Bootsy came home last week, and he was pretty jacked up about it. I guess one of his little buddies was starting to watch it or something. So I'm like, yeah. And my wife's like, can he watch it? I'm like, it's not South Park. Yeah, I think he's fine. Most of the stuff will go over his head. I think he's fine. But I've never seen an episode, so I don't know. I don't have a point of reference on this.
I don't even know.
So he just writes on the chalkboard, oh, man, that's something special there.
Come on.
I don't know what it is.
Come on. That's
There's a
great.
gleam, men.
There is a gleam right there.
There it is.
There's a gleam.
The great Gibby.
There's a gleam.
So what's he do? He has to write, like, what's he have to go on there and do?
So he writes like whatever he did bet. So mine would be, I will not throw water balloons at girls on the swings before water day starts. That's what I got in trouble for.
Jump the gun?
I jumped the gun. I didn't know. It was like I was super young, and there was water day, and there was going to be like water balloon fights and all this, and I came loaded up and pew, pew, pew.
I used to play the game Fox and Geese in the snow on the football field.
Fox and geese.
You ever play that?
No, never
So
even heard of it.
You make a big trail on the football field that's all interconnected, like kind of like how a quad would be at like a college. You can't go outside the lines. Okay, so the geese have to run within the lines. There's one fox who's it until he captures one of the geese.
Okay.
But they have to stay within the lines. If you go outside the lines, you become the fox. Right?
Got it.
So I definitely I was part of a contingent of humans that consistently made the same kid be the fox. I don't feel great about it now.
Because he was not capable of capturing the geese.
He couldn't quite get close enough. So it was just 30 minutes of chase. But
It's rough for him.
Caught. It's rough go. Rough go for him.
Yeah.
I've always felt bad about it. But I did have to go to the principal for that.
So yours would be, I will not make blank be the
I still remember
fox.
his name, but I'm going to save him. Yeah.
You could give him like just a first name. Who would
Bobby.
know? Bobby.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
Love a dog today. What's your favorite, most memorable prize from a box of breakfast cereal?
There was I don't remember if it was a breakfast. I don't think it came in the breakfast cereal, but there was a breakfast cereal when I was a kid that you could send in, and you could get the Sergeant Slaughter G.I. Joe.
Yep.
And I remember sending in for that and being very excited about it. There was also a Shaquille O'Neal like rookie card thing that you could send in for.
I remember Sergeant Slaughter.
I remember I got a couple Hot Wheel cars. You could do like 2 or 3, and you get like a special
that was nice.
commemorative. Yeah.
They don't do any of that stuff anymore. No prizes.
No,
Used to
no
always
fun.
be prizes in the breakfast
Just
cereal.
sugar, cavities,
That's
and
all you
hopped
need.
up kids.
All you need.
Enough from the clown. The best piece of professional advice you've ever received, and actually, did you follow it?
Yeah, I was a studio camera operator who was moonlighting as a Good Morning Sports anchor while I was still in school in Billings. And a job came open for a guy running CG, which is like a graphic guy. And I thought, this would be a nice little pay bump, and I would be able to be in school, and I could make some money, and that'd be positive, and it fit with kind of like hours and stuff that I liked. And I went into the news director, who's a great guy, and I said, I'd like to apply for this. And he said, Bo, let me ask you a question. Do you want to run CGs as a career? And I said, no, I want to be a sports guy. That's what I want to be. He goes, then don't apply for a job for something that you don't want to do. And I said, that's pretty good advice. And I stuck to that. It's worked out.
That is
okay.
good advice.
Yeah.
I think it's fine advice.
Yeah.
Probably for me, it was just be yourself.
That's it, brother.
Just be yourself. You can't fake it. It's too hard to fake it all the time. So just be yourself, and if hopefully people like that, and if they do, then you got a shot.
What we do, you're betting on that entirely.
100%.
That's all it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
more from the clown. We know Zagura drives an amazing Tesla. What do BGSU Gibbs and Bo Bishop drive? The clown drives a Chevy truck, and in parentheses, and a Ferrari.
Nice,
Oh,
nice for the
baby.
clown.
Jeez.
Which one? The nice 328.
Enough. Yeah,
What's he got? A Testarossa? A Roma? A California?
like a Testarossa.
Everyone loves a Testarossa.
How does that
That's all
how
right.
does that hold up in the winter?
I don't know.
You don't drive in the winter.
Exactly.
Bo and I drive a very similar vehicle.
Very
it's kind of
similar.
like the opposite.
Almost the same.
Is
but
your
different.
what color is your leather? What color are your seats?
White?
Okay, so that would be if you had black
Flama
seats,
Blanca.
it would be perfectly.
Then it would be perfectly perfect
inversion.
swap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
One more. Since it's soup season, your 3 favorites. For me, it's clam chowder, broccoli cheese, and zuppa toscana.
The
Broccoli cheese.
broccoli cheese is
That's not a
really
soup.
That's a dip. I think it's like
It's not
a dip.
soup.
Broccoli cheese is not a dip.
I think
It
it's
is not a
dip.
soup.
I don't think it's a soup. I think it's the
Melted cheese is not a
consistency-
soup.
It's
I think
a
it's
soup.
I think it's closer
No.
to dip than soup.
100%.
I think.
100%. I'm a brothy soup man. First of all, it's gonna be beef soup. The family recipe beef soup is gonna be number one. I do love a pasta fagioli. Big pasta fagioli guy. I mean, a good, just classic, good chicken noodle is fantastic. I love a minestrone.
A split pea executed correctly.
Perfectly, yeah. That's like a one-off.
It's so hard to find a perfect split pea, but if you Smith and Woleski does one that's a delight. That I really, really enjoy. I'm with you on like any. I don't know that I've ever gone wrong with chicken noodle soup. Like that's pretty undefeated always.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I also
Your beef soup's a delight.
Oh, it's
I mean that's
phenomenal.
made
And I've
that.
really
It's
dialed
really
it.
good.
I've added some little tricks to the tray. I've really
That's
dialed
a
that
really
in.
nice one.
I
Aladdin's
love
makes a V9, which is really good when I'm not feeling well.
a nice mulligatawny.
You love a mulligatawny.
I also love a New England clam chowder. Rarely, though.
It's
That's
so
a
strange.
rare.
That had
I
to
know.
be a
I
deal
shouldn't
breaker.
like it, but
That's
it's because
the Miss K deal breaker, right? She's like,
Yeah,
what?
she couldn't believe it. That
Damn
is
near
one
broke
of
up
those.
with you on the spot. This is who you are.
That's one of those things that's like a childhood
I'm going to give you something.
memory.
I've never had Manhattan clam chowder.
Why would you?
It feels like I would
Doesn't
like
have
it.
any.
It's good. It's not clam chowder, but it's
Yeah.
Well, it is. It's just the other
It is.
version.
It's
just
a red.
It's a tomato base, right?
Yeah.
That's the deal.
correct.
Yeah.
I'm not a big bisque guy.
I love a good tomato.
I love
paste.
a lobster bisque.
Ooh.
I can, but it's
Throw
got to
a little
be
down
like.
there.
I need that
It
next
can't
week
be
when we're
too
in
creamy.
New England.
No.
I want if a lobster bisque to me that's good is one that comes out in the plate and all that's in the plate is chunks of lobster in the middle and there may be some type of green something around the edge and then they come in and they pour the bisque.
Pour
in.
that on there. Yeah, that's a win.
Then you're okay.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, but like cheesy soups, no thanks. I love an albondigas. It's the best thing that's ever happened to a meatball. It's a Mexican soup. It's fantastic.
Have not had that. I'll try almost any of them.
Wedding soup.
Wedding soup's great. Yeah.
I do love a good wedding soup.
Yeah.
All right. Bobby just had a couple takeaways.
Hey, Bobby!
If we aren't supposed to eat midnight snacks, why is there a light in the fridge? Great question.
Don't tell that to Bootsy.
Has he been busted with a late night snacking?
No, I think he's still too. I think he's still at this point still respects a little of the authority.
There was one night where
I don't think
Beatbox,
it'll last much longer.
many years ago, Beatbox was at my house, and we were in the basement and got into it was a college basketball. This is how long ago there was a good college basketball game.
Okay, yeah.
And we got into that, deep into that. He was playing his Duke, obviously.
The beloved Dukies.
Yeah, Gibbe would approve. And it was like too late for me at like 4. I was like, I'm going to bed. And the next morning I find out that and this is at a state where like coherent thought was difficult to articulate. And he goes and gets a plate of food. And my mom was there with like, this is so long ago, like Art and Bryce are little. She's like making sure they're okay during the night. And she encounters him because my mom wakes up at 4 a.m, encounters him like in the kitchen, and he could not get out anything coherent whatsoever. Took his plate of food, shoved it in the freezer, closed the door, and ran. He's like,
I'll see you on down the road, Mom.
gone. Yeah.
See you, Nana.
Yeah. See you, Nana.
It's perfectly good way.
She's like,
to end
I'm
this
worried.
week's
I'm
mailbag.
worried about him.
He's fine.
I was like, he's fine.
He's going to be just fine.
He's fine.
Yep,
Nana
that's
was,
right.
Nana was worried.
We'll do some over-unders coming up next. Just to Cleveland Browns Daily on
Who
850
needs
ESPN
over-unders?
Cleveland. The Cleveland Browns High School Game of the Week, presented by Ohio Cat, showcases top matchups, rising stars across Northeast Ohio. Each week, fans vote for the game they want to see, and the winning team earns $3,000 in funding plus spotlight coverage on the Browns' social channels. This week, it is Mayfield-Kenston.
You got it.
Do I have that right? There you go.
The Bombers and the Wildcats.
High school
Wildcats.
football, Nate.
Nailed it.
I
Nailed
think
it.
are we in like week 8?
It's week 9,
Week
bud.
9.
Week 9, guys.
Yeah. Senior day at Lavelli tonight. Senior night. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yep.
Is the fam going?
I'm guessing the three. My hunch is 2 of the 3 boys will want to go, mostly to chase girls, and my hunch is the blonde will say no, and that I will then go.
You will be on duty.
That's how I think that's going to go.
Perfect.
If I were a betting man, which I'm not, because I'm corporate bow. All right, you guys ready for some over unders?
I love this segment.
Last week, finally, some separation.
That's right.
Was this the first time? I mean, not much separation.
No.
This is the first time in this is you guys had went 3 straight weeks of getting the exact same score.
Yep.
3 straight weeks. And then finally last week, Gibbe wins the week with a 3-2 record. Dr. Z ended up 2-3, just a 1-game difference. So Gibbe is now 17-13 overall. Dr. Z is 16-14 overall. Gibby, you will go first.
Wonderful.
Are you ready?
Absolutely.
Hit it, Kev.
Over, under.
All right, Dylan Gabriel, we're looking for a completion percentage for Dylan Gabriel, over or under 61.5.
Over.
61.5.
Over.
Okay, both over. He has not done that yet this year. Going to start.
He's due.
Next!
Over, under.
Dr. Z. Quinshawn Judkins
Over.
carries 30.5. Just because you committed earlier.
Go ahead.
No, total touches. Total touches. Quinshawn Judkins, we are looking for a number of 23.5.
Over.
Yep.
Bigly. If you stayed at 30.5, I would have said over.
Gibbe? 23.5.
Because he should, I will go under.
Under.
Wow.
I like it.
That
Good
was a
job.
shot. That was
Good.
That wasn't
Good.
even veiled. That was an out in the open shot.
It's fine. He's Gibbe. Perfected his shooting stroke at a young age.
Bill
Next.
Cartwright. I just pictured
Darn right.
Bill
Over,
Cartwright.
under.
All right, I'm looking for Gibbe. Tua passing touchdowns. The number is 1.5. Tua Tagovailoa passing
Under.
touchdowns. Under.
Same. Under.
I'm not subscribing to that.
Next.
Could be a hurricane on
Over,
Sunday.
under.
I think it's going to be all right. That's what I think.
You don't think there's going to be bad weather?
I think there will be some spurts, but I think it's going to be okay. It's 71. So even if the wind is blowing crazy, it's not going to be some cold, bristling, brutal thing
What?
you can't play through. The
No,
high
no.
Sunday
I
is
saw
71.
some. All right. I saw on mine it has the temperature dropping throughout the day.
Well,
Yeah, because, Bo, you also read that it's not going to be as warm when you said that.
That's
It's gonna
true.
be 81.
no, yeah, 81 Saturday. Sunday, high of
tomorrow's
69.
I have high of 69.
High of 69, very windy, not as warm.
Rain.
Periods of rain, some heavy. A thunderstorm can breeze localized.
Even rainier and windier.
Yeah,
Almost
69.
an inch, 0.6 of an inch of rain.
I
6
need
inch
no
range.
thunder.
I'll tell you what you need on this. Is I need to see if we can go this far out on an hourly.
I
don't-
am
no, not
looking
till
at
Sunday.
hourly right now.
Well, you have a substandard app. Let me see here, Gibby.
Maybe, but are you able to go hourly?
I can, and in fact, I can get there all the way to Sunday. So at kick, 66, 50% chance of rain.
See, I'm at 65 with an 88% chance of raining.
Let's see what wind looks like at 1 o'clock.
19 miles an hour, according to mine.
Oh, yeah, we can go that far out. I had
Oh,
no
yeah,
idea.
we can get there. We can get
48
there in an
hours
hour.
usually.
All right, wind 27 mile an hour
50.
winds. Some is upwards of 40 from the south.
It
So
means
if it's
it'll
from
be
the
blowing
south.
warm.
It'll be across,
We're going to get steady rain from 9 till about
and it's going to be done in the middle. Then you're going to get a little rain at 2 and a little rain
2
at 4.
Yep.
Yeah, with winds gusting to 27.
Yeah.
You'll be fine. You're fine. You're comfortable. Have we done this? Have I said next yet? I don't even know whose turn it is.
Over,
If it's
under.
number 4, it's going to be me.
It's you. Sacks, turnovers, 4.5.
What do we have? 0? Was there a big goose egg last week on that number?
There
That's
was
right.
nothing.
It was 0.
0.
4
4.5. Turnovers. Under. Turnovers and sacks, Gibbe.
No, it's him.
He already did. He went under.
4.5
4.5.
over.
Next!
Over, under.
The actual Gibbe, 36.5. Last week it was 38.5. You both went over. The week before it was 35.5. Gibbe went over. It was over. Z went under.
What was the number again? Pardon?
It was 36.5. We've gone week 1 we were 48.5, 44.5, 41.5, 44.5, 35.5, 38.5, and now 36.5.
I'm saying over because it has to be over for us to win, I think.
Over. Z?
Under.
Doesn't believe.
Holy smokes. This is the most differences you guys have ever had. 3 differences.
Good.
Andre Schmidt coming up next. You're listening to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Bally-Vet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. OBM, the preferred provider of copiers and document services for your Cleveland Browns. They'll tackle any size office at 216-485-2000 or visit ohiobusinessmachines.com. And now here's kicker Andre Schmidt from last night's Kevin Stefanski show.
We are joined
You're down.
by the kicker for your Cleveland Browns. Man, he went 3 for 3 on probably the toughest surface to kick maybe in the world, certainly in the National Football League last week at Acrisure Stadium. Andre Schmidt. And Andre, got to ask, so that's right, appropriate. Let him hear you. There it is. When is the last time that you did an autograph signing?
First time.
First time. First time. I noticed some interesting, I think, did I see you sign an arm?
I did. Arm, couple shirts. It's been good.
Fun?
Yeah, it's been
you
good.
enjoyed
Great
it?
time, yeah.
Absolutely. So we do this as the Kevin Stefanski Show. You know, the Coach Show, we come out here. We do every year. We come to this lovely Panini's, and it's great to have you out here. For you, as you know, to get to talk to the fans kind of directly like that, how fun was that?
Yeah, it's really fun. It means a lot to me seeing how many people come out and support. You know, the season's been going so quickly, it feels like that you don't have a moment to really enjoy it. And doing this, having everybody come out, you see it from a different perspective, and it's nice for sure.
And Andre, we know you're in the midst of a season. At the same time, I love your story because to me it's one of a person who's unwilling to give up and just keep pursuing their goal and their dream. Enjoying the process, man. I know that the record's not where we want it to be as a fan base, as also a player, but are you enjoying your experience as a pro football player?
Yeah, I mean, of course, I'm enjoying it. It's been such a crazy whirlwind of emotions from training camp and going right into the season. It's kind of hard to really look at where I'm at right now. I think come the bye week, I'll be able to do some reflecting on how the season's been and really take it in and enjoy that moment. But for now, it's been go, go, go. It feels like one game after another, like every other day.
And it's been a long time since we've been at home again. You know, and for you, you're probably looking like, let me just have a normal game. You had a game that it wasn't so great week one. Then week 3, you hit the longest walk-off kick in the history of this franchise, 55 yards to beat the Green Bay Packers. You probably just want to just go out there and go a nice 2 for 2, 3 for 3, make some extra points, and get a nice win.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Well, weather-wise, I don't know about how. Yeah, nice and easy. But
yeah. So okay, let's talk about that. So obviously it's Syracuse. You know, home games indoors, right?
Right.
We played some indoors this year. When's the last time you would have kicked maybe in a weather situation that could be like what we have on Sunday?
Probably never. But playing at Syracuse, obviously ACC, we played at Pitt a couple times, and every time I played there, it's been pretty windy. And what's to expect from Pitt? So,
was the field worse this game for an NFL game? And they had been out. Remember, they had a bye week. They were in Ireland the week before than it was when you played there with Pitt.
Yeah, I'd say so. Every time I played there with Syracuse, I feel like that's right when they changed the grass over. And I'm pretty sure they're changing after this week, too. Yes. So, yeah.
Now, Andre, did you play soccer as well?
I did, yeah, growing up.
So, and were you familiar with the Premier League and the teams and all that?
Of course, yeah. It was a pleasure to play.
Yeah, so how surreal was that for you, man, playing in a Premier League stadium and kicking?
It was awesome. I really took in the moment pregame, and even at our practice, Ashley Cole was there, who's a Chelsea legend. And I got to speak with him a little bit, and just that experience was awesome.
Is it kind of surreal when you guys go over there? Because on some level, it feels like we're out at this kind of countryside resort, and there's so much going on, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait, here we go. We're going to drive into a neighborhood, and then you turn a corner, and you're like, oh, my goodness, the stadium's right in the middle of a neighborhood. And you think about how many big stadiums there actually are around London, and then you go and there's an NFL game.
Yeah, the whole week was pretty incredible. I mean, we're going to pubs, having fish and chips, and then exploring around downtown. It was really an awesome trip. And then, you know, obviously wanted to come away with a win, but, you know, just the whole experience in a whole was awesome.
Now, I know you're short on time due to the fact you're in the midst of a season, but if you had a chance to somewhat explore Cleveland and just get some spots where you like to hang out at, get something to eat, shop, and things of that nature. Yeah,
I haven't been able to explore too much. I'd be willing to and excited to, you know, come the off season.
Well, I'll tell you this: I don't explore this place enough, and I've been here going on 20 years now. The University Circle area is one of the most beautiful areas in the city, and I don't go there enough, and I'm always fascinated when I do go there. So when you do get a chance to check it out, I think you'll be impressed.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I mean, I just recently found out about the Metro Parks and just walked around there a little bit. And
They're
it was
quite
beautiful.
nice.
Yeah, it was great. It was good. It was good taking a step back and just relaxing,
And I would also say I'm on the east side. Come on out, check out Chagrin Falls. Very
I've
cool.
I've heard great things.
Cool spot as well. All right, everybody kind of understands, the rhythm of an NFL practice week, right? In terms of practice on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, but more from the team standpoint. From a kicker's standpoint, what is your week actually like? Because I would imagine maybe you do kick every day. I don't know if you don't kick every day. Kind of take us through your week, and especially when we have a home game, if there's times that maybe you go to the stadium and you're able to get some kicks up there.
Yeah, I mean, usually I'm kicking like every other day. So I guess we'll start on game day. We play a game on Sunday. Come in Monday, I'll do a workout. Tuesday we have off, obviously. And then I'll hit on Wednesday. Thursday will be off, take mental reps. And then Friday I'll hit again. And then come Saturday, just get body right for the game and then go into game day. And that's kind of pretty repetitive cycle that the season goes on.
What do you try to, now they have so much, like for golfers, and you look at golf swings, and they have all this GPS data that they can get on the TrackMan and all of that, and I know that they've got that technology now for kickers. So when you're going through and hitting it on a Wednesday or on a Friday, getting the information you get, what are you trying to really work on? Is it just as simple as I'm just trying to kick the ball right through the uprights, or are there, what are you trying to accomplish? Because it's such a different thing than anything else. You're not worried about necessarily scheme. You're worried about, okay, when they snap it, I've got to kick the ball through the uprights. That's my job.
Right, exactly. I think you can get caught up with over-analyzing too much. I think same with golfing. If you're focusing on every single little thing, you can lose your mind doing it. So, if things are going well, keeping on a good schedule.
Keep the rhythm.
Yeah, keep the rhythm, and you feel like, okay, I'm in tempo, I'm in form. If you take some couple days off, then it's like, okay, I'm kind of losing a little bit. So just staying on that schedule and just looking at the TrackMan and be like, okay, yeah, my numbers are the same they were a couple weeks ago. I'm on the right path. Like, just keep doing what I'm doing.
Is it similar to golf in that, when you talk to a golfer who's playing, like, they're not thinking about their swing. They're just hitting the ball. Is it similar that way, that when you're in a good spot, you're just hitting the ball?
Of course, especially in games. I mean, I feel like I'm in a different world. I just black out, and I was like, oh, what just happened on that? It just, the instinct, and that comes from the week of prep. I mean, that's going back to OTAs and just having that same TrackMan data, that same form, the same technique, and then translating out to game day so that you're able to go into that kind of flow state, not even thinking about it, and just go out there and just do your job.
Do you even see the stadium? Because I imagine that's something you can't recreate. You can't understand. You've kicked at Acrisure before, but in practice in Berea at our facility, or even if you went to our stadium, it's still, that visual is not going to be the same. So do you even see that, or are you focused on just a particular point through the uprights? Kind of, how do you make it so that each place is the same? They talk about gyms, right, in basketball arenas. Oh, this is a shooter's arena because the depth perception is this or whatnot. How do you do that from a kicking standpoint?
Yeah, I mean, every stadium is different, but you pick your target that you want to hit the ball through the uprights in. And as the season's gone on, it's been easier to just be like, hey, okay, this is like a regular thing. They're going to be fans, they're going to be cheering, they're going to be loud. Like, it's kind of regular. You kind of get into that like flow state, that rhythm where it's like it doesn't really matter at this point.
Yeah.
One of the things that fascinates me with the kicking game, with the punters as well as the long snapper and you as a kicker, you guys kind of remind me of the first baseman in a baseball game, in that you guys are always talking to the other kicker and to the other long snapper. Generally speaking, what is the conversation about? Because I noticed that everyone has a conversation, everyone talks, and it's like no one rebuffs anyone. Everyone just keeps talking.
Yeah, it's a good like fraternity of guys, in the kicking world. And for example, last week with Boz, I was just saying, like, man, what are you going to do about this ground? Like, what are you going to do with this? And he's like, hey, man, like, I don't know. Just got to get through it somehow. And, it's either like, oh, wow, it's windy, or we talk about the conditions, or, just wishing the guy, like, luck for the game and stuff, and good success throughout the whole year.
So it's a positive thing.
Of course,
like,
yeah.
Hey, man, if you come up with a big kick, I hope you miss it.
No. It's all positive. It's all good, yeah.
Awesome. Well, before we get you out of here, let's just kind of, you got the fans, you got to meet a lot of the fans today. Kind of what's this whole experience been like with these fans? And, as you mentioned, kind of the whole goal is to stay like this, but it is a league and in a position where there is some variance from time to time. But what's this whole experience just been like for you?
It's been crazy. I think that sums it up. Just need to take a deep breath. Yeah. But it's super awesome to see how many people come out and support, and just how many people are travel to away games and that we saw in London and, everywhere. There's just so much support, and I feel it no matter what. In my DMs, people are like, hey, man, even after bad games, like, hey, keep your head up, like, we believe in you. So that means a lot, and I think that sums up the Browns fan base pretty well.
What's John Carney said to you now that you've kind of settled in and then you're performing at a very high level?
Yeah, he's super happy for me. He knows, like, what it's like, so we keep it light. I mean, just a couple texts here and there. I'm sure we're going to obviously chat more in the offseason when I go out there and train, but he's super happy for me, and I couldn't have done it without his helping and his coaching throughout my college career and now into the NFL.
Well, we're super happy to have you, Andre. Keep it up, and hopefully we're seeing the ball go through the uprights for a nice win on Sunday
against
the Dolphins.
All right, there you go. Andre Schmidt with Dr. Z from last night. Coming up next, your Sunday forecast. Lots to like. Also, your keys to victory. You're listening to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Ballybet, official sports betting partner of Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. OBM, the preferred provider of copiers and document services for your Cleveland Browns, will tackle any size office at 216-485-2000 or visit ohiobusinessmachines.com. In addition to that, add more fun to your fandom with the Ballybet Sportsbook app. Download today. Get 50 back in bonus bets. You place that first wager of 10 or more. Ballybet is official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Before we get to your forecast and your keys to victory, let's hear from Coach at the podium.
Okay.
You're down.
there. I thought the guys worked really, really hard this week. Crisp out there today, and got to get ready for Sunday, which, as we know, could have different weather than today. So we don't control the weather; we deal with it, and we'll see what it looks like down there Sunday. But excited to get back in front of our fans. Excited to be down there. Having the support when they're on offense, and the noise that our crowd makes it so hard to operate. So it'd be nice to be back in front of our fans. So with that, I'll take any questions.
Mason Graham's injury.
Did something yesterday. We'll see how it responds really over the next 24 hours, 48. A knee injury.
The two guys in the protocol, Gage and Jack, are they still in there working their way through?
Working their way through. Both are progressing. As you know, you just follow those progressions, follow the protocols, follow the rules, and see where it takes us. But
questionable, so there's a chance.
Yes.
Going to be without David this game and what he means to you guys?
Yeah, obviously, Dave's a big part of this football team on and off the field, and the energy that he brings. So we expect other guys to step up in his absence, but he'll be there. He'll be there on the sideline, and he'll provide that leadership that he always does.
Is there any long-term concern with Mason's injury, or just day to day?
No, day to day.
Just be more Blake without David in there.
Yeah, we have different options. Obviously, Blake's a guy that's played a lot for us over the years, and we trust.
How much, you know the forecast. How much do you actually prepare for bad weather when you don't know?
Yeah, over the years, what I try to do is I look at it early. So really late Monday, you're looking at it Tuesday, and then you really don't do much. You may plan accordingly, but you have to wait till later in the week because, as you know, it just changes so often when you're that far out. So when you get into Thursday night, Friday, that's when you really take a peek. And we've played in these games. We've played in the cold. We've played in the wind, rain, you name it. So it does affect the football game. It affects both teams equally. It affects certain aspects of the game equally. So like I said to you guys, and I've told the team, we don't control the weather. We just deal with it.
Watched Joe Flacco and the Bengals?
I did not. No, I'm definitely asleep on Thursday nights.
How he did? Into the way?
Yeah, obviously, as you know, Tom, you're always rooting for all of your friends around the league, and that really happens on a lot of teams, but really mostly focused on our team and what we got in front of us.
Given how well Joe did play, there's obviously a lot of talk about the decision to trade him, and I just wanted to kind of ask you again, this organization talks about alignment all the time. Were you in alignment with the front office and AB about that trade?
Respectfully, Daniel, we're worried about this game in front of us. Got it. Miami Dolphins coming to town. That really has all of my focus, all of our energies. Nothing that's happened in the past.
Didn't see that version of Joe in the starts here. Joe got the game. He didn't know half the Bengals playbook. Maybe two for over 350.
Yeah, respectfully, I understand the question, Daryl, but I really have to keep the focus on our team.
There's a decent chance that Mike Hall could get out there?
He continues to get better every single day, so we'll see.
Especially if, Mason can't go. It would be nice to have Mike back in.
Yeah, obviously Mike's been working so hard, so we're looking forward to that ASAP.
What has held him back the most? Is it been mobility? Is it?
Yeah, I think that's a real injury. Easy for me to say, but so he's worked very hard to get back, and rehab is a long road, and sometimes there's twists and turns to it, but he's every single day getting better, working hard. We just want to make sure that we're making smart decisions with Mike.
All right, there you go. Your Sunday forecast, a high of 69, real feel of 63, a 96% chance of rain, sustained wind south-southwest at 27 miles per hour, gusts up to 50, winds gusts past 40 miles an hour, not as warm, periods of rain, heavy thunderstorm. Thunderstorms can bring localized damaging wind gusts as well, so buckle in, kids. For your keys to victory Sunday against the Dolphins, we turn it over to Dr. Z.
Look, We've got to be able to run the ball. We've got to be able to score the ball. This is a bad defense. It's the worst run defense in the league. I want the ball to be in Quinshon Judkins' hands as much as possible. And I'm like, let's get creative with it. You want to get out there and just go in goal line and just bully ball them all game? If it's muddy, I'm fine with that. You want to go and say, you know what? We don't even need a quarterback on the field. Let's just play Wildcat with Quinshon Judkins and just go ahead and we're going to line up. We're going to go 11 on 11 and run it. Also fine with that.
I'm with you.
Let's just run the ball. That is my key to victory. There is not a number that is too high in terms of the number of touches for Quinshon Judkins in this game. This is the worst run defense in the NFL. They have nearly 6 yards a carry. Quinshon is explosive. I think that is our best path to victory. Shorten the game, and that way keep our defense off the field. That's fine because we're not track meet. We're not a track meet team. We're not a 35-34 team. We're not, even last night, what was it, 33-31?
Yeah.
That so far it hasn't proven to be us. So we've got to go out there, I think, just control this game, control the ball, and then limit their explosive plays. As long as we don't let Achane or we let Jalen Waddle hit huge plays, I think they're going to have a tough time. They're not cut out for this weather. This is a speed team. This is a rhythm team, and the weather, I think, could disrupt that.
Good job out of you. A little segment we like to call Do Pay Attention to the
Yes, please
Scores. Coming up next, you'll listen to Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of your Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland. Score big with Howard Hanna, official real estate partner of your Cleveland Browns. As Northeast Ohio's #1 real estate provider, they're dedicated to helping you make the best move. Visit howardhanna.com/GoBrowns to explore your winning options today. Time for a little segment we like to call Do Pay Attention to the Scores.
Time to put some children through school.
That's right. Already 1-0 on the week.
Yeah, you called that one spot on.
All right. You got your situation over there? I just sent you your situation. You good?
Yes, it would certainly appear so, baby.
Let's go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
All right, last week, Zagura, 10-5, robust.
What a run out of you now.
Robust.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's back-to-back pretty good weeks, a 9 and a
Really
5
good
and a 10 and a
weeks.
5. 8-7 for you with a strong sweep.
Needed it
on Monday night.
Needed
football.
it on Monday night.
Yeah, you
Needed
got
a
it.
clutch. Got both. Good job.
Yeah, you got it. So there we are. So we are a combined right now 24 games over 500 through 6 weeks. So that's nice. 15-9. Beautiful.
We should tell you that if you're watching us on the YouTube and you're like, what is all this stuff? Well, it's compliments of our friends at Primetime Sports Takeovers. They're in studio today. We opened up the mystery box. They had everything that you wanted in there. You had that lovely photo that we gave to Gibbe with Sipe and Kozar on it, which was just spectacular. Very bright. It's very bright.
Well, it's weird that it looks great on the screen there.
It does, but up here not.
Quite blurry.
Yeah. Anyway, they're great. All sorts of cool stuff in here. You get a football, you get a jersey, a mini helmet, a picture, one of them autographed. They're $300. They're available. You'll see them Sunday at the game, sections 101, 117, 138.
Gibbe
and
took
the
that picture.
Canada Dry City Club. You
Lucas
can get it
would love
there
this.
as well. They also have a
Thank you,
signing
guys.
coming
Thank
up
you
on
so
Saturday. Eric Metcalf's back.
How about it?
That's nice. That's
Very
really
nice of them.
Very nice of
Time.
them.
Thank you. Take care of the hands that take care of you.
That's right. They you want to meet the you want the opportunity to meet Mr. Metcalf. Head over to Great Northern Mall in North Homestead, 2 to 3 this Saturday. Tickets are still available and can be purchased at prime12.com. There you go, Gibbe.
All right. Beautiful. Shout out to them. A lot of cool stuff.
Very cool.
I'm
stuff.
confused
You can get your
by
Christmas
something.
shopping done.
Okay.
I thought when we did. Oh no, I got this one right. I guess the scores because I was hot early.
Yeah.
Has it changed since then?
The London game?
Yeah.
No, I think that's what it was.
Is it? Feels big. Feels bigger.
It might have been 2.
That's why I thought it was like 2.5.
Maybe up 1.
I wonder
Not sure.
why. Is Puka Nacua going to play?
I don't know.
No. Let me give you a recap of the week that it was for the Los Angeles Rams as we get into it. Rams play in Baltimore Sunday.
Yeah.
Win.
Yep.
Stay on the East Coast. Practice and their locker room for the week is Camden Yards.
Perfect.
They literally striped the field and they practiced at Camden Yards all week.
That's great.
Yep. This is the crazy one. Team is trying a new strategy to reduce the time spent away from the home facility and minimize disruption before the game. They are flying tonight to London. They will get in tomorrow. They will walk through and they will play on Sunday.
Okay, but if you were the Los Angeles Rams, how long is the flight from Baltimore to London? Is it 5?
Maybe.
Yeah, 5.5.
5.5-ish?
Yeah.
Which is like going
Well,
back to the West
what
Coast.
was it for you guys?
7 going, 8 coming back.
7.
Good
Okay,
8.5 going,
so it's
coming
definitely
back.
definitely 5.5, 6. So I think that's actually brilliant. Like if you're in Los Angeles and you're the Rams and you're flying to play New England, that's got to be about that.
Yeah.
So it's just a football game.
The flight back is going to be tough.
Well, they got to have a bye week next week because that's going to be
assuming they would have a
13. I mean, that's a bomb.
Yeah.
But I like what I support it. I think it's smart for McVay to do it that way.
I mean,
don't make it bigger than it is. Just
we
go
talked about what the Rams would do
Yeah.
for the final preseason game, and sometimes not even fly like this.
Yeah.
They
No, I
think
think it's
outside
smart.
the box.
I think it's smart.
They do have a bye. Thank you. Los Angeles, Jacksonville, from London, but from the famed.
That's where you guys were, right?
No.
It's not? Is it Wembley?
Yeah, they're in Wembley.
They're at Wembley.
Wembley.
Yeah, the Jags' home stadium is Wembley.
All right.
So the Jags are the home team here. No Puka, Bo Bishop.
No Puka, no matter. Ramet's good. I like McVay's strategy on this. Stay stateside, fly over there, spend, parts of a night, play a game, and get the heck out of there. I think Ramett plays well in this one. I think they win by a touchdown. I think the Jags are a little bit of fraudsters. So I like Ramett winning this one 27-17.
Zagura.
The Jags is basically a home game for the Jags. They like it over there. No Puka. I do see a bit of a problem. You
really think that that's a home game?
They play more games in London than anybody.
Do you think anybody there cares about Jacksonville more than anybody else?
Great follow-up.
No.
I don't.
Not quite sure they care that we were over there.
They do it. They've got it down.
I know they do it a lot.
They usually do well over there.
Do they?
That's where Urban, I think, got his first win. I believe was in London.
At least he flew home with a team from that one.
Rams going to win, but I think the hook. Where's Blues travel? The hook's going to bring us back here. Rams 27, Jags 24, which is a perfect outcome for everybody there.
There you go. That would be. We need them to start losing.
Yeah.
In bunches.
It would be nice. Up next, Saints on the road to kick off the 1 o'clock Sunday slate. New Orleans 1-5, 0-2 on the road, visiting the Chicago Bears and a Bears team that has won 3 in a row, Nathan Zagura.
This feels like a number that just should be so much bigger than it is.
Well, the Saints play everybody pretty tight.
They have played people pretty tight. Chicago, though, you just saw them on national TV get a big win, right? You're feeling really good about them, I would say. Feels like how could they not win this game by a tutty?
Sure.
Chicago, 88. Saints, 84.
Oh, baby. Same but different. I don't like it we're seeing these things so differently right out of the gates. Yeah, I think this is the second highest ticket for this weekend's games is Saints at Bears. That's how much there's Caleb Williams fever in Chicago at the moment, as only Detroit against Tampa has a higher price ticket for this weekend right now. I think the Bears are actually pretty dang good, and I think the Saints have been playing with fire for a while. I think Bears win this by 7-10, something like that. Give me Bears 28, Saints 17.
Next, we go to Nashtucky. No Calvin Ridley for the Titans. Mike McCoy era begins. Temporary era. The Titans playing host to the number 1 team in the AFC East and their former head coach, Mike Vrabel, and the New England Patriots come to town, Bo Bishop.
It's going to be the most toxic environment in the league this weekend is going to be down there for this game. I was trying to think, like, the only thing that gives me even some pause is why this isn't bigger. That's the only reason I even give it a second thought. But it's one of those things I'm not going to think about it too much. And I think the number would have to be 14.5 for me to consider. I think if Vrabel has the ball up 10 in the fourth, more. Yeah, I think Patriots $1.6 billion, Titans 2.
Number 1, I happen to think the Patriots are very good. Number 2, this one is absolutely personal for Mike Vrabel. I'm with you. I think it's the Patriots they're going to win by 50. 50-0. Patriots. Book it.
The only thing that would be better if the Patriots borrowed the Oiler uniforms from the Houston Texans and just walked in and beat them.
Walked in Oilers uniforms.
Up next, it's an AFC West tilt at 1 o'clock. The CBS A crew in Kansas City for Raiders and Chiefs. Zagura.
This is a tough one right now because Kansas City for sure is going to win. That's just a ginormous number. That feels massive. There are some weapons on the Raiders. I think Kansas City wins this one easy, but they could be up 17. They don't care with a minute left up 17. Yeah. They pulled everybody. We're relaxing, and Geno Smith finds Ashton Genty or finds Brock Bowers or Jacoby Myers trying to increase his trade value. No. Kansas City wins this comfortable. 30-20.
Bishop.
Last 2 times the Raiders were on the road.
Beatings.
They lost to the Commies 41-24, and they lost to the Colts 40-6. Rashae Rice coming back.
Oh, baby.
Xavier Worthy.
Yes.
Engaged as well.
Yeah,
Does the road to the Super Bowl go back?
Mahomes going to try and track
Kansas
down an
City?
MVP. He's heard the whispers. Kansas City by $1 billion. Billion. I hate that we're opposite on so many of these already.
There's a lot of them you're off on.
3, I think.
Yeah,
Next.
only so far New England's all
It's
we
a
got.
big NFC 1 o'clock game. The Eagles have lost 2 in a row. They are 4-2. The only thing missing is their coach arguing with fans. Give it time. That'll probably come. Eagles on the road taking on a Minnesota Vikings team that has had a bye week after their game against us in London. Carson Wentz will be the starter for the Vikes on Sunday. Bo Bishop.
Yeah, I just think I don't see this Eagles team losing 3 in a row. I think somehow, some way, their first halves have been really good. They're going to figure out a way to play two halves. I think this is a really competitive game. I think O'Connell's a genius, and I think they'll get whatever they can out of Wentz. I think there's going to be some scoring in this one. Give me the Eagles winning this one. I think it's close, 31-28.
Same. Yeah, I think the Eagles get it done. I like the hook. I think is in a good spot for us on this one as well. For the Eagles to win this one by 3 or 4, but win the game they shall.
Mm-hmm. Rounding out the 1 o'clock slate, the frisky Carolina Panthers. Frisky when they're at home. On the road, 0-3. The 0-3 Panthers on the road, visiting the winless New York Football Jets in New Jersey. Garrett Wilson is officially doubtful in this one. Nathan Segura.
If this game was Jets minus 1.5, I would take the Jets side of it because it just feels like that would be the spread theory. That feels so obvious, kind of like when New Orleans was favored over the New York Giants. Coming off of a win for them. They were winless at the time, but that's not what it is.
No, it's not.
And so Carolina, they got Rico Dowdle, they got McMillan, they got Bryce. They have so many more weapons. Coker's coming back off of IR. Give me Carolina by $1 billion.
Did I tell you about the deal that I made with NBC? Did I tell you guys about this story?
I don't know.
So this is like 2 weeks ago. We're sitting on the couch, and when he was a little kid, I made him pick NFC teams in case the Browns were struggling, so he had somebody else to root for.
Yeah.
So he picked Carolina when he was little because Cam was there, great colors, all of it. So we're sitting there on the couch, and he says to me, he goes, Dad, do you think you could ski down Mount Everest? And I said, no one could ever ski down Mount Everest. And he goes, I bet you $500 that somebody can ski down Mount Everest. I said, deal.
Give it to me.
That's a deal. I'll take the money. Then he pulls it up on Instagram. And the day before, some Red Bull clown did it, skied down Mount Everest. So
No
on a tech,
way.
I swear to God. So on a tech
From the summit?
From the summit. So I there's a video of it. So I say to him,
Make sure it's not AI.
I say to that's technicality because he stopped along the way. And he's like, wait a second, you said he was going to ski I didn't say he was going to ski the whole way, but he skied down. So he probably won. So then he goes, all right, double or nothing. This was like 3 weeks ago. The Panthers make the playoffs. I go, you're on. Carolina Panthers are not making the playoffs. They're 3-3. They're 3-3. Panthers go to 4-3.
By the way, yes, several people have skied down Mount Everest, with Davo Karnikar completing the first full ski descent from the summit in 2000, and Andre Bargiel recently completing the first descent without bottled oxygen in 2025.
That's the guy.
Wow.
Did it without the help of can you imagine?
No. Sounds
Crazy.
awful.
Just
I didn't think it
crazy.
was possible.
Me either.
Well, there's a documentary in 1975 called The Man Who Skied Down Everest, so
We should have known, I guess.
They had us out flanked.
He really
with
had
knowledge.
us. Yeah.
To the Sunday 4 o'clock.
By the way, you got to be rooting for the Jets then. You got to be rooting
I know,
for the
but
Jets.
I'm picking the Panthers because I just don't know how they're going to move it without Wilson. They really can't do anything with the forward pass.
The G-Men, Scattaboo, Dart, on the road in the Mile High City, taking on a Denver Bronco team that has won 3 in a row, and they are 4-2 on the year, tied atop the AFC West with the Los Angeles Chargers. Bo Bishop.
So the Carolina Panthers were my yo-yo team. Now the Giants are my yo-yo team. So win at home, play well. On the road, play bad. I think that Jackson Dart and the amount of hits that he takes this is not the team to do that with. And I think they batter him. I think Broncos cruise, comfortable.
I think it's a very difficult defense to go against for a young quarterback, and I think the Broncos. I'm with you. I don't think the Giants are going to score many points here. I was trying to think what number I would become. They'd have to be at least like
10.5 would give me real pause because
Yep.
it screams 24-14 to
Yeah.
me.
Yes, it certainly does. Yeah, I like the Broncos. Ram it. Huge.
Huge.
I don't think the Giants are going to score. I don't think they'll get to 20 points.
I don't either.
Up next, the Chargers. Speaking of the team tied with the Denver Broncos in the AFC West, this is a good one in the 4 o'clock slate. We're going to find out exactly how good either one of these two teams are. Chargers have had a lot of injuries. The Colts, led by Danny Dimes, at 5-1 on the football season. Only their third game on the road, though, at 1-1. Colts visiting the Chargers at SoFi, Nathan.
This is a tough one.
It is.
I keep going back and forth on this one because the line is telling you that they think that the Colts are definitely the better team here. The public is massively on the Colts. Maybe this is the Chargers shock the world game here. Even though they're favored, it feels like they're not being favored by the public, by the people. I don't like the fact they're wearing those uniforms. That really gives me a little bit of pause. But I think the way they rallied there, and that was kind of a big win for them last week. And I know they barely beat Miami, but to get it to McConkey, he makes the play. Herbert's making a big play. They got Vidal Sassoon going. They're starting to cook a little bit. Give me the Chargers. Give me the Chargers in a tight one. A Cameron Dicker field goal late, 30-28.
I think it's going to be a great game. I just see it the other way from you. I'm going to take the Colts winning a close game, but I think the Colts are legit good, and I think they go out there and win.
Next, a big one in the NFC East. Terry McLaurin. Great job giving him a contract extension.
He's elite.
Bupkis.
Is he out again?
He's out again. However, the Cowboys get their guy back. CeeDee Lamb will play on Sunday. Cowboys hosting the Commies, Bo Bishop.
You're sure on CD?
That came from Tom Pelissero.
Oh, well, that's pretty good
Confirm
then.
That came literally in the last 10 minutes.
I think this is a mimic of their game against the Bears on Monday night. I think last team with the ball wins this one. Both are going to score a lot. Give me the boys for Jera by a field goal.
Yeah, Tom Pelissero 20 minutes ago. CeeDee Lamb, a full participant in practice today, officially off the injury report, will return Sunday versus Washington.
And Pickens is still in, right? He's not hurt.
No, Pickens is in.
Yeah.
I just think Washington's the better team. Dallas is the worst defense in the NFL.
They are.
They're the worst defense in the NFL. Jane Daniels is still very good. I like Washington in this one. I think the Commies go into Dallas, get a big win. I would like them to wear a throwback that makes it look like they're the old school Commanders.
Well, they have them.
I know. They need to wear that in this game.
Although I think that they only have them for the white tops. I don't think they have the inverted.
They don't have the.
And the Cowboys will be in white.
Yeah. I think fun game here. Commanders 35, Dallas 36.
Oh, all right. Great.
But it's still Commanders.
The hook gets you back.
Yeah, I'm still Commanders.
Onward we go. The
curveball.
final
I
one.
was just making you had to pay attention.
I was paying attention to the score.
But it still was the same as what I was saying the whole way.
Same.
It wasn't one of
So
those
you
where
and I in
changed
this
it.
instance were same but different.
Same but different.
Yeah.
Final one in the Sunday afternoon slate. Green Bay on the road visiting Arizona.
Oh, my God.
Out in the desert. Marvin Harrison looks to be good to go. Practicing today. No yellow jersey. Should be good. Kyler Murray is officially questionable. Cardinals hosting the Packers, Nathan.
That felt like we got their best shot last week, and it wasn't enough against Indy, and I think now they kind of like peter back, and Green Bay goes in there and puts on a show. I got the Pack. Go, Pack, go. 30-12.
Samesies.
To Sunday Night Football. Gutless or not gutless? Which Atlanta team will show up on Sunday Night Football? The Falcons are in San Jose to battle the San Jose 49ers.
Oh, man, Pedro would not be happy with you right now.
Santa Clara 49ers, does that do any better for you?
That's probably better.
All right. 49ers playing host to the Falcons.
Palo Alto Niners.
Fine.
How's he feel about that?
Very nice.
Very fine. Berkeley Niners. Less crazy about that.
Yeah. Ironic thing is that young Pedro would have been all about that.
You'd have been all about that.
But
Hey, of
hanging out
course,
and
he
hating
would have loved it.
Asbury. Yeah.
It'd have been everything he's ever wanted.
Exactly.
Is this me?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just think Kyle Monday night.
Sunday night.
Yeah, there's no way I'm going against him. Somehow, some way they win. I could see him win by 10 even. Give me the Niners.
Same. Nerd Spumoni. Let's go. Niners big.
Yeah.
And that'll do for the scores.
So if the Niners wore the red over gold, then we would need the Falcons to wear the Deion Jeff George helmets with the white and the silver pant,
which is beautiful.
Which I don't know if they have that.
Beautiful
in their repertoire, but that's what they should wear, and they should just wear that.
Well, they could wear the white over the. They could wear white
top.
over white with or red. They
the
could
only
wear
thing
white
I have is the
over
pants,
white with the red helmet. Do they have that?
I don't think they have the silver pant.
What about the white over white with the red?
They
helmet?
could wear that. They could
wear
go,
that?
and they could wear the Deion Jeff George black helmet because they do have that one.
Yep.
With the white over white. That's what they should wear.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
That'd be the clean look right there. Get your R score and your Sunday lineup coming up next. You'll listen to Cleveland Browns Daily, presented by Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of Cleveland Browns on 850 ESPN Cleveland. All right, here's your Sunday lineup. 9 a.m. Browns game day with Ken and Gerard. 11 a.m. Browns kickoff with Andy and Tyvis. 1 o'clock kickoff from Huntington Bank Field with Andrew, Z, and Gerard for your Browns and your Miami Dolphins. Hello, Gibby.
Let's go. Saturday, Buckeyes, Wisconsin, 3:30 kick. Always like that.
I hate to do this to the Hoff because I love the Hoff. I love Luke Fickell too. Good Buckeye. It's a mess. It's a real mess. They had homecoming in Madison last week and lost to Iowa 37-0.
That is unacceptable.
I see no scenario where they are going to score a point against Ohio State, let alone the many that it would necessitate for them to somehow cover 25.5. No chance. Buckeyes 42-0.
Woo!
Sorry, Hoff.
On
Sorry,
to
Fick.
Sunday,
Yeah, they're not a team.
Dolphins visiting your Cleveland Browns. Pack poncho, kids. Zagura.
1 minute.
We are winning this game.
We are winning this game. We've got to win
damn
this
right
game.
we
We
are.
have to win this game, and we're going to win this game thanks to Quinshon Judkins. Quinshon Judkins is going to have the best game of his young career, and we are going to win this game, and it's going to be glorious.
Have him in your fantasy lineups, kids.
Oh,
he's an
yes.
everyday start all the time, but he's
Yes.
gonna. There should be a big one for him. We'll be back Monday either way to break it all down. Thanks for listening, everybody. Cleveland Browns Daily. We're presented by Bally Bet, official sports betting partner of Cleveland Browns. Please bet responsibly on 850 ESPN Cleveland.